All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Muni Misfits in the Morning. My name's Chris Larson, head golf professional at Osgood Golf Course. We're on the range today, guys.
Yes, we are.
It's dark.
It's a little bit different ambiance.
I mean, I'm in the
today.
dark most of the time anyway, but
And we'll get to how in the dark you were today, right?
yeah.
Okay. So to my left, I've got the other Misfits here. I've got Greg McCullough, head golf professional at Edgewood and El Zegel, and then on my far left, that's not political at all, but on my far left, I've got Matt Cook, head golf professional at Rose Creek and Prairie Wood. Collectively, we're the Misfits. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
How's
morning.
it going, boys?
It's going well.
So you were coming in super duper hot today. What was going on?
And he didn't let us know. It was just kind of a and Chris Larson was like, "Did Matt call you last night?" No, Matt did not call me last night.
I tell you, it's been kind of just a little bit crazy. And then this morning I was working on some stuff and not even paying attention to the time. And this I'm looking like, oh great, I'm about 45 minutes away from Osgood, and it's 45 minutes till start time.
So are you guys just running and gunning at your place? I mean, we're low on staff right now. And so it seems like I'm hammering down some picker miles lately. How are you guys faring at your facilities?
Yeah, it's definitely staffing starts to get a little bit more challenging. So you're kind of fitting puzzle pieces together, especially when you have multiple facilities and you're trying to staff two different locations. And
yeah, you guys got double duty. I keep forgetting that. You guys got double duty between you got two facilities, both of you. So
I always say we can be in one place, not two, unfortunately,
Yeah.
And that makes it a little bit challenging. And yeah, things just haven't really seemed to slow down a lot just yet. But that's been a lot because we had talked the other day about some of the force stuff we've got going on with leagues and activities, and still having some corporate events. And now, like I say, with the transition of going into girls golf, and just a lot of little things that just makes things still feel like it's really, really busy. And so I haven't really gotten the feel just yet that we've dropped off a lot. The only thing that has felt a little bit better is the days are shorter.
Yeah. So I get caught at home saying this all the time. I just need to make it till, and it's a date. I just need to get through August, or I need to just get through. And my wife knows now that that's a
You're
bold-faced lie. But because it just keeps on, we forget that kids go back to school, and that just means that there is probably going to be less work, but there's less people to do that work. So it doesn't really ever feel like we're slowing down. Now, good sign of things, the weather is
Unbelievable.
unreal.
Yeah.
This has been fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
So tee sheets are full. We were kind of spying on your guys' tee sheets yesterday, and we're like, it's beautiful. I wonder where we can play, and it's I think long are the days that you just now is a single different, but I think long gone are the days right now where you just call up, hey, I got a foursome. We're going to be there in about 20 minutes. You got anything? I mean, it's the tee sheet. People are playing a lot of golf right now.
Yep.
So stacked up. By the way, FargoGolf.net. Did you see that? We caught our production staff back there. FargoGolf.net. Check out all the area golf courses. And we've got fall passes going on right now.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Started yesterday.
Have you guys sold anything yet?
I don't know. That's
I've had inquiries, but I haven't sold anything yet. So
I don't think we have either. I think inquiries, of course, people are already asking. I mean, they're like, boy, I've played way more golf than I ever anticipated. And so I might have time to jump in now while you're giving me the opportunity.
So I'm the new guy. And how many? I mean, is that an active thing? Do you see a lot of people take advantage of the fall pass deal?
We've changed like the last couple of years, right? The fall pass used to be sold a little bit later, and so it was less. But last year, I think a lot of people jumped on in. I don't remember what the numbers were like in comparison, but I think it was definitely a lot bigger sales last year, with just having that little bit of added time. I think before we used to start selling in about mid-September, maybe.
Other way, Matt.
Mid-August. Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to Fargo Park. Nice work.
What year is it?
So yeah, I mean, it's people have been asking, and I'm fully prepared to. I think we're gonna see a pretty busy fall season because of it. So, yeah, Are you guys gonna be playing any golf? Speaking of, do you guys get to play golf?
That was the goal, but
Yeah,
we'll see if the goal happens.
seemed like it used to always be that was the time that you looked forward to because you'd
Yeah.
have more
Right.
opportunity to get out and play golf. I mean, the golf courses were less busy. Even staffing levels even then were still low, but probably not as even challenging it is now. And so you could get out there. And now, yeah.
Have you played?
Oh, I think the last time I played was. Oh, I did play. I played this past weekend. I did.
You
Yep.
played last weekend.
I did.
Way to
Yep.
go.
Yeah,
Where
that
did you
was
play?
We played DL Country Club. Me and Sophie actually went down
Oh.
there. It was kind of a spur of a moment deal. It was later Sunday afternoon, and we were going to go play.
Was he?
You guys know.
DL Kyan on us, I think.
I talked to Croce about that.
Okay.
So anyway, it was kind of late Sunday afternoon. Sophie's like, I want to go to the course. She called on out to Holly, and even I shouldn't say even Holly, but you look at some of the courses on kind of the peripheral, out in the rural areas that you would think would typically be a little bit less busy, and they had an event plus a very busy tee sheet, and I was like, maybe we won't play, and then all of a sudden I'm like, on a whim, I'm like, I should just look on DL's website, and so I look on the Pine and Palm course. From 3 o'clock on, I don't think they had a tee time booked.
No.
Weekend.
And I'm like, you're kidding me. I didn't realize that. And so we didn't even make a tee time. I said, let's just go down there. It's only 25 minutes, whatever, for our place. And we got on the golf course. I walked in the shop. I said, can we actually play? And he's like, yeah, you can get it right out there right now. So Sophie and I walking, teed it up a little after probably 3:30. We walked off the golf course at 6 o'clock.
You were the same time. He was the same time we were.
So 6 o'clock.
That's wild.
So 2.5 hours. We hooked it. Did not see a player.
You didn't hear us
on a weekend
at all? We
No.
were yelling. So we were at Detroit Country Club.
We did hear some people yelling.
There was a lot of Canadians out there that
Is that
day.
what it was?
It was.
Yeah, and they were hooting and
Sophie
hollering.
made a comment saying, "Oh wow, that's kind of crazy over there."
Yeah, it was nuts. But yeah, we played in the mini Murph. We had Mr. Murphy, the godfather of golf professionals in the Fargo Moorhead area and beyond. We just got all the past assistants together and had a little fun round on Sunday at Detroit Country Club, celebrating Mark Holm. This is his final year at Detroit Country Club, so it was a lot of fun.
That's a lot of years there. How long has he been there?
I think 32.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a long time.
It is.
No, the golf course was just amazing, which leads me to another reason of like playing fall golf is I know that we're hearing a lot of compliments on our golf course.
Yeah.
I'm sure all you guys are as well. The golf course is shape right now, and so.
Do you guys want to do the round table, talk about what's happening at the courses, and then hop into a little what's in the bag segment?
I think that's great.
Okay. I'll go. Talk about what's happening at Osgood. Today we've got the Brutus Brick House event. There are food and beverage provider here, and they're going to have a little hit and giggle today using all 12 holes. That shotgun's at 10 o'clock, so that's going to keep us pretty busy. And then we roll into our league play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right, and we are going to be maintaining tee times on league. This is the last week. This upcoming week will be the last week we do the tee times for the men's leagues on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then we'll start rolling into a 5 o'clock shotgun. So, if you got any league players out there, be on the lookout for some correspondence talking about when leagues are going to be starting again, because we're battling daylight now. You guys, did we lose connection? We good? All right. I always get worried when I look back behind the camera and there's a flurry of activity. All right. But yeah, we're kind of standard operating procedures here at Osgood. So, what's happening at?
So we have we have a corporate event, or not a corporate event. We have Fargo North Hockey a week from Monday. Other than that, like next week, we have men's league on Tuesday, ladies league on Thursday. That's it.
All right.
We're good to go.
Cool.
We have an open slate this weekend, and so hopefully we'll get a lot of action, a lot of play. It'll be interesting to see if we start getting, in the past in the fall, we sometimes would get the football effect.
Yeah.
And then for a while, COVID, and they weren't either playing regular scheduled games or whatever. We didn't have that as much. And then last year, though, it didn't seem like we had it as much. I don't know if we'll get that back again with the area sports teams, Bison, Sioux, Dragons, Cobbers, not to mention just the national scene, if we'll start seeing that. But this weekend is going to be fairly normal. And then next week, we do have an event on Wednesday, which is the Fargo Park District's Goose Johnson. So that's a 12 o'clock shotgun. So that day will be quite busy. And the leagues will continue, which has still been hopping. So
yeah. Do you guys go through September? Or
how our league activities?
Yeah.
Well, we'll kind of, as far as the ladies, we haven't really made a drop dead deadline yet, but the men will continue to play through the end of the year.
Okay. You guys
similar.
Keep it running.
Yep.
Okay. Speaking of the football effect, that used to be like my favorite time to go play golf, because that as soon as kickoff hits, going to school at Kansas State, dead, right? Everyone's at the game. I used to love being able to go play golf at that time. And then same around here with NDSU,
Right.
it generally is, it calms down quite a bit, and you can even flip the game on the radio and listen to it while you're playing. It's that, I don't know. Are we going to see that again this year? I don't know. It just seems like the tee sheets just maintain busyness. So,
Yeah.
Are we running a segment today?
we are. Hey,
Do we mean?
Do you have graphics for this?
or do you? It's in the bag graphic. It's like all the way down at the bottom.
Oh, I see that. It's in the bag.
We have to be careful now when we ask that question.
Yeah, what's in the bag? So,
It would have been nice to know we were doing it, actually.
we'll get into that.
Oh, no, we all brought our clubs. Clubs. We'll get to them.
So we're trying really hard to get a guest on from NDSU, and we will be doing that in the future, but schedules didn't align. And so we're kind of, last night we're thinking, gosh, what can we do for some fun? And one thing that I always find interesting is just talking gear and talking, what are people using, why are they using it, and I get asked quite a bit, what kind of clubs do you play? Because, people that are taking lessons from us, people that are just interested in what are we playing. Not that we're celebrities or anything, but it is interesting to see what guys are gaming. So so we'll talk about what we're hitting. So Cookie, would you bring for your stickies? So I want to know driver, and I want to know, do you even know what driver you hit?
No.
Do you know where you're at right now?
No.
Okay.
Does it still have plastic on it?
I took them off before the show.
Standing joke.
I did take them off before the show.
Okay, that's enough.
So I've got my ping equipment.
Play your best.
I've been kind of jumping back and forth, but have been playing ping the last couple years.
So okay, so we're looking at your irons right here. I'm gonna do a close up here. See what the. Can you see that? Okay, so what kind of irons you playing, Cookie?
I think I-200s.
You think? You missed it?
I-210s.
There it is.
I forgot I upgraded last year.
So what do you like about them?
You know what? I've been a ping fan for a long time. I think I'm not saying the best club on out there, but I haven't found a whole lot of clubs that are any better. But I think now with all the limitations of what the rules of golf places on the manufacturing like that, I think all manufacturers make a really good product. But I really like with the 210. I think growing up playing golf, we didn't have like a lot of options. So I tended to play Wilson clubs a lot, and so Wilson staff blades. And so for me, it seems like still the look of the golf club is important to me. Where I look down at, I don't like anything that's like really too cumbersome, large. I thought that this has like a lot of forgiveness to it still, yet with a pretty sleek look. So I kind of really like that. I carry 4-iron on down through the pitching wedge.
You go 4. You got the 4 in there.
I do, plus a U wedge.
Okay.
And then I do have something I haven't played much in the last couple of years is the ping wedges. I've really enjoyed those a lot. These are actually the Glide 3.0. They've got the 4.0 out now. And so I carry both the 54 and 58 in the glide wedges, and I've really liked these a lot. There's the thing with like wedges; it's just kind of crazy nowadays. Back in the day, it was kind of like,
yeah, you just jiggled the bag in the golf shop and go, oh, you got a 52, 56, 60, or maybe not even a 60, but I mean, it was just kind of stock, right? There wasn't.
Right. You didn't have the different bounces of grind. The grinds when you went back home to actually your grinder.
Yeah.
You started like peeling off some areas. And so that's it. The other thing now that's so crazy as far as with club fitting is they can really assist you with all of those options too, as far as the bounce and the grinds and all of that. And so for your more skilled player, probably is able to take advantage of maybe some of those things a little bit more, but they're also going to be important for your average player as well, as far as how you're coming into the golf ball and whatever else.
So I have a feeling there's going to be some redundancy here, but okay. So what do you got for your woods?
The Fairway Wood, I do have. It's a G410. It's 4.5 degrees, but I've got this bounced up a little bit.
Did you hit the G425?
I haven't.
Fairway? Okay.
I have. So yeah, I like it a lot. It's a good club.
All right. You got any special shafts in there at all?
No, not really. This one's actually. This one's just a ping tour shaft.
Okay.
And part of the reason why there is I've always tended to kind of get a lot of spin as far as to the flight of the golf ball. This one's really kind of helped us down quite a bit.
That shaft's scary good, by the way. That tour shaft from Ping.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I think they've actually fit quite a few players into it. It's not typically one you'd probably see in the shop a lot of times, I don't think, as far as in the inventory, but probably should. Because like you said, I think it does.
Mm-hmm.
Fit the need for a lot of people. 9 degree 425. And it's been more like just a slight offset to it at the very end. And I've tried some different mounts, pretty much everything's straight. And I did not do a good job as far as aiming the putter face to where I want to begin the path of that golf ball. I mean, I was terrible at that. I mean, I was so far off. And so we were talking about some things. And so I went with just a little different neck as far as house design. So you can kind of see it's recessed a lot back from more of the face of the putter now. And it did honestly wonders as far as how I see things.
Crazy.
And when you don't see that very well and you have a tough time aiming, it's going to really affect as far as your stroke as well. And so I really struggled with that. This has made things a lot better. This is just an old Ping answer too that I've had for I don't know how many years. And
again, I feel like there's going to be some redundancy here.
Yeah, this was just something that I had like in the closet or probably in the utility room, where I even found it. It was the only putter I had at the time that had something like this in the winter that I could just try with.
Yeah.
I started putting with this thing. I'm like, I really like this.
Most copied putter.
Yeah.
On earth.
Well, they started, producing these once again now, as far as kind of, I don't know if they call it their classic series or what it is. And even Brock Ellingson, who we had on here just, a week ago? He's got in his bag now.
So, yeah. Well, do you have anything else for us to
not
share?
Really. I got an umbrella.
Okay. Yeah.
Wet stick.
Stock. Okay.
Drizzle stick.
So.
Play a Titleist golf ball.
What kind of golf ball do you play?
So,
Titleist, Pro. I'm gonna say just your standard Pro V1.
I am.
Your vanilla, right?
I am.
Yeah.
With number 23 on it.
Oh, there's some sprinkles.
Yep.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
What's his last name?
Go ahead, all you LeBron lovers.
Before there's gonna be a lot of a lot of for my long irons and my 4 and 5 those are soft. They're fantastic. They're I mean they look clean at the bottom. I've got Blueprint, so that's there. Good question. So as far as a blade is concerned, there's really, when you look down at it, it's very, very slender, right? It's thin. It's got a thin top line. It's got a thin sole. I mean, that sole is just super narrow, and there's no cavity behind it. So when you look at well, like the 210s and stuff, they're going to have a cavity in the back of the club there, which basically allows us to redistribute the weight around the perimeter of the club and giving design. So this is much more traditional. This is kind of what we started on. Golf clubs really. I heard a funny story about the blueprints from our as far as the easiest club they had to design, because they didn't have to worry about any forgiveness. It was just all they were trying to do is kind of make it look pretty, and the sweet spot's pretty small, which when I'm playing well, fantastic. But also when I'm practicing, I know when I miss hit a shot, and I know when I can address it, and it allows me to work the ball, and so I've thoroughly enjoyed those clubs. I've had them now for a while. The wedges kind of got a mixed bag, and so got a smattering here. So I play the 2.0, the Glide 2.0 50-degree wedge in and my specs, I'm 1 degree upright throughout. And then in my wedges, I've got some. I'm surprised there's even grooves on these things anymore. We got some SM6 Vokey wedges, and I've been dabbling with some of the ping wedges, but I just don't get the same turf interaction that I seem to get with the Vokeys. I feel like, especially in the 58, and I've got kind of a mid bounce there, 8 degree.
So when you mean bounce, what's bounce?
Yeah, so the bounce angle is actually the angle at which the sole sits at an upward angle to the face of the club. So essentially, when this club is grounded out, the leading edge hits the ground when that shaft is leaning forward. So what this allows golfers to do is that essentially the bounce angle allows you to lean the shaft forward and not dig a hole to China. So if you struggle with digging, that's something that you might want to look at, increasing your bounce angle. If you're a sweeper and you tend to hit a lot of thin shots, you might want to look at decreasing your bounce angle. So
bounce is your friend.
Yeah, it certainly is, and especially when you get into the bunkers and the traps. Shouldn't call them traps, but you get into bunkers, and you really need to use a lot of wrist and really just getting that sand out. That's bounce is definitely a friend. So
Yeah, bears out here or something.
traps.
Yeah,
We got traps. You know why that's in my vocab. No such thing as a trap. Okay, and then as this one's kind of my baby. This is my driving iron. So that's a Ping Rapture 2. So I don't even know how long they made these things. It seemed like it was half a season. I've had a lot of people try and buy this from me, and they're still kind of hot online on eBay and stuff. So X-Flex Rapture stock shaft.
So no hybrids.
I don't control distance as well. I mean, this is kind of my hybrid. Yeah,